Mark, how has Rhode Island been thus far? I know we're here in day two. I know you were speaking to a couple of people offline of how overwhelming it is. So please share.
Yeah, it's my first time at Rhode Island Comic Con. Did not know what to expect, and it has not disappointed. It has been huge. There's so many people here, and everyone's been so kind and friendly, and it's been really great meeting everybody. And I can't wait to see what today brings.
Excellent, excellent. So when it comes to the world of voice acting and doing animation, a lot of times what people really take for granted if you aren't really privy to that world is that you really don't have that luxury of being able to react off of your co-stars. And actually, funnily enough, more oftentimes than not, you're finding you meet a lot of your co-stars here at events like this or at premieres. So can you talk a bit about that dynamic, how weird that can be sometimes?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like sometimes you're like, "Oh, you're my wife," or "Oh, it's my sister." It's like, "Oh, wow." It's very interesting. And you do have to kind of learn in the booth how to imagine what the reactions might be, or sometimes like really draw on the animation from inspiration. But yeah, it's hard kind of being in a one-sided conversation. But practice, practice, practice.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now you've had an opportunity to play, some iconic roles and even be a part of some iconic IPs. So, can you talk a bit about that because that provides its own, I guess I don't want to say baggage, but it provides its own challenges because folks a lot of times have a preconceived notion in their head of what that world is and how those characters behave.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Because you're right. I've gotten to do like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Transformers and GI Joe Sigma 6 and Star Wars, and so um, everybody has a different approach. I think the way I look at it is I want to try to pay homage to what's come before, because as a fan, I know how important those characters are to people. So I try to get as close to what kind of my idea and memories are of those characters. And then, of course, you're going to bring your own spin to it and your own personality. And so it's a bit of a hybrid. But my approach is definitely like I want to honor what's already happened and try to kind of tap into all that stuff that's come before.
Gotcha. And what is that challenge like when we're talking about characters that you're seeing for the first time and you kind of have to build from scratch? What is that? What is that process for you? I know for some, helping to see the character helps. Sometimes giving a breakdown of what the character, who the character is helps. So, from what approach do you utilize in order to build a lot of the characters from scratch when you don't have that baggage of an IP, so to speak?
Yeah. I do a lot of like text analysis and art analysis. So I kind of like will look at what the characters are saying. I'll look at like what other people are saying about the characters. Like, is this an annoying character? Is this someone that's, a leader or whatever? And then I'll look at the art and like if there's anything specific about the face or their posture or whatever, I'll try to use that to inspire what I'm going to do.
Awesome. Now, I wanted to be able to get into this prior, but I actually, even outside of voice work, you have a whole other separate entity, in terms of reactions. Believe it or not, I've had opportunity to check out, reactions that you have, with your family. So, and I always find them entertaining. So, can you talk also about that and kind of that? I guess you can say that trend that has happened, in the last few years. I guess we could say a decade now. It's been a minute. Yeah, where we have reactors and how that has become its own thing.
Yeah, it was like when The Force Awakens came out, I noticed that people were doing reactions to trailers, and I was like, oh, let's do this. And so I got my kids, and we watched that trailer, and I'm a very enthusiastic person, so uh, I got some people, like, I guess making fun of me for that or whatever. But so I just started reacting to trailers with my kids, and like we're really into Star Wars and Marvel, so we did that. But now they're like 21 and 19, so they're moved out of the house. They're not into it. Yeah, exactly. So So every once in a while, I'll still do it if there's a Star Wars trailer or a Marvel trailer, but I don't do it as much anymore. But I don't know. I love movies and I love that stuff, and it's just for fun for me, and I really enjoy it. So.
Awesome, awesome. Now, lastly, this is always fun because I always get a different answer. In terms of just the world of conventions, a lot of times your schedule is really tight, right? In terms of what you're doing, and based on sometimes you have the luxury of being in some pretty awesome places, some pretty awesome cities, locales, what have you. Now that we're in Providence, I understand this is your first time at Rhode Island Comic Con. Are there any plans to try to check out, some things that are here in Providence, or are you going to even have time?
I'm not this trip. I'm not really gonna have time. Like I'm kind of just at the table all day, and then I might try to grab some food. I was kind of looking to see if there was a game shop in town that had a pre-release event for Star Wars Unlimited for Twilight of the Republic, but I couldn't find any events happening this weekend because I was gonna maybe try to go out tonight or tomorrow night, but I didn't see any. And I've actually got an audiobook I'm prepping, so I might have to go to the room and just read after, which is kind of a bummer, but if anyone has suggestions, I'm open to any and all suggestions for cool stuff to do in Rhode Island. So.
Awesome. Well, Mark, thank you so much for your time, and enjoy the rest of Rhode Island Comic Con, man.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
All right.